Title: After weeks of "not tonight," she sneered, "my ex still knows how to treat me." I packed my bags and left. Days later, her best friend burst in, screaming, "Do you realize what he just did to you?" Start: I still remember the way she said it. Not the words, but the tone. Cold, sharp, final. My ex still knows how to treat me. She didn't look at me when she said it. She was scrolling through her phone, her lips curling into that smirk she used to reserve for me. I'd asked her if she wanted to go out that night, dinner, maybe a movie. She didn't even raise her eyes. "Not tonight," she sneered. That's when I knew. Not the full truth, but enough of it. Enough to start watching instead of loving. 3 years of my life. 3 years of loyalty, building something that was supposed to last. I thought we were a team, a pair that weathered storms and shared victories. I paid the rent, she handled the home. It worked, until it didn't. The late replies started first. Then the girls' nights that turned into dawn returns. The perfume that wasn't hers. The laughter over texts that stopped when I walked in. Still, I told myself not to overthink it. You cling to illusions when you're in love. But illusions crack when you start listening to silences instead of words. The night she said that line about her ex, I stayed awake. At 2 a.m., I heard her phone buzz, just once. A single message preview glowed across the screen. "Can't wait for tomorrow. Same hotel?" That was enough. I didn't touch her phone, didn't confront her. I just stared at that glow until it dimmed. Then I smiled, a quiet, calculated kind of smile. I became a ghost in my own home, listening, noticing, learning. I traced patterns, her excuses, her absences, her tone. Every story she told had a twin that didn't add up. Then I started collecting. Screenshots of hotel bookings under fake names, bank statements showing her weekend retreats, a few photos, just enough to tell a story without ever crossing the line into obsession. Meanwhile, I made my moves, quietly. Transferred the lease into her name, closed our joint account, citing security reasons, moved my paycheck to a new bank, and most importantly, I met her best friend, Leah. Leah was sharp. Too sharp for my ex's kind of deceit. She saw through lies like smoke. I didn't have to tell her much, just enough breadcrumbs for her to start doubting what she thought she knew about her sister. The day I left, I didn't make a scene. I came home early. She was getting ready for another conference. Her phone lit up on the dresser again. Same number. "Don't wait up," she said without meeting my eyes. I didn't. I packed 2 bags, my essentials, my documents, and my peace of mind. I left the keys on the counter next to a small envelope. Inside it, a USB drive labeled simply, "Truth." I didn't tell her what was on it. She would find out soon enough. The USB contained everything. Photos, transactions, the full picture of her betrayal, and her little scheme to drain my savings. But I didn't send it to her. I sent it to the hotel manager, where she and her ex met, with an anonymous note explaining the company's married clients policy and the risk of a leaked affair. The manager was thorough. He forwarded it to her company's HR department because the ex wasn't just her old flame, he was her boss. Within 48 hours, they both went dark online. Meetings canceled, accounts locked. I didn't need to gloat. The world handled it for me. 3 days later, I was in my new apartment, smaller, quieter, but clean. The air felt lighter. Then, out of nowhere, a loud knock rattled the door. It was Leah. Eyes wide, face pale, phone clutched in her hand like a weapon. "Do you realize what he just did to you?" she screamed. I stayed still, calm. "Who?" I asked. "Her boss, your girlfriend's ex. He hacked her account, transferred everything in her name to his, and vanished. She's broke. Her company's firing her for breaching policy. And she's saying you set her up." I just stared at her. The irony burned cold. "Did I?" I asked softly. Leah blinked, searching my face for guilt. There was none. "You didn't stop it," she whispered. "No," I said. "I just let gravity do its job." She came to see me 2 nights later, hair unkempt, eyes hollow, a ghost of the woman I once loved. "You ruined me," she hissed. "No," I corrected. "You did that yourself. I just stopped cleaning up after you." She threw the USB drive at me. It hit the wall and fell between us like a broken truth. "You set me up," she said. "No, you set the fire. I just let it burn." Her voice cracked. "You think this makes you better?" "No," I said, "just free." She left without another word. Weeks passed. I heard she moved back with her parents, that the boss fled abroad, that her friends disappeared when the truth did. Leah still texts sometimes, updates, fragments, little warnings not to become too cold. But I'm not cold. I'm just done. People think revenge means destruction. It doesn't. Sometimes it's just stepping aside and letting consequences breathe. I didn't destroy her life. I just made sure I wasn't in the wreckage when it fell apart. And when I think back to that night, her words echoing like knives, "My ex still knows how to treat me." She was right. He did. Just not in the way she expected. I didn't raise my voice, didn't swing a hand, didn't write a single threat. Yet, in silence, I became the storm she never saw coming.